Morning day traders, and this is your Aussie day trade setup for today. So first things first, we sort of, and I say sort of, got a break out of the channel. Now the question is that close on the channel or above the channel? And you can see we've got the 200-day daily EMA there. So that is the second test of the 200 EMA. And normally what you're looking for is a third attempt at it. Could be today, sort of at the start and reject it, or it's third time lucky where we get a break. So I'm not convinced that that channel is broken. Okay, on the 3 hour, if I just fine tune the channel now, it definitely is a break. Okay, so the only thing that concerns me here is you had this massive bar onto a level, and if you look to the left here, there's pretty much a level here, and it's a 200 EMA, and then we went sideways. Okay, with indecision, engulfing, and I think at last bar is nonsense. Oscillator here is indicating we're overbought with diversions. So look at the diversions here. Okay, and then price is not agreeing. Okay, so that is a warning. This is leading me to believe that this is going to be a fake out. Okay, the other thing to bear in mind is that the rand dollar was falling and then consolidated. Okay, and normally when the rand falls, you expect the Aussie to fall with it, and that didn't materialize yesterday. Okay, a lot of stocks were being bought yesterday, but the question in my mind is, was it the start of a pump and dump? Okay, so we also have a bit of a diamond pattern forming. Now the diamond pattern is right over here. Okay, there's our diamond pattern there. Okay, so a diamond pattern is a consolidation pattern. A break to the upside will give us the second move. The break to the downside will give us a move to the downside. I'm not convinced either way. Okay, so in saying that, I can see more sellers here than buyers. Look at all these tails here. So I'm still inclined to believe that we have a short setup here. Okay, I was short yesterday, got myself stopped out, and I'm still looking at this as a short. So the 30-minute gives you even a more confused picture. Okay, so you can see we have inside bar confirmation, then back up, hit the stops. Okay, then we've got up, down, up, down, up, down, big confusion. Okay, so there's really a lot of confusion sitting here as to what's going on. At the moment, 10 cent is down 1%. US markets were up ever so slightly. The futures markets are fairly flat at the moment, and oil's ever so slightly down. So I do suspect a bit of a gap down at the open, and then we're going to have to sort of wait and see. So one thing's for sure, closing range is definitely an opportunity to trade. The trend has reversed on the 30 minutes. On the hour it is also reversed, but obviously I need a pullback to test, and the pullback on the opening range strategy is all the way down here. Okay, but look at these pin bars here, pin bar tails. I really don't like what I see here, and I just want to get the 4 hour as well. So the 4 hour, we have a bit of a hanging man here. Okay, there's a hanging man. Ignore this bar, this is nonsense. But we do have a bit of a hanging man. So yeah, I'm expecting some kind of a pullback. Now, one of two things can happen here, and we are sort of testing this trend line. We're sort of hovering around the trend line. Whenever we do this kind of stuff, it normally rejects it and then builds a second attempt to break through. So it is possible that the trend is changing. I'm just not convinced at the moment. So for me, this fractional break here is a valid short. 49,919, and that fractional to the upside is a valid long, 50,074. Now this 50,000 is clearly, see, right in the middle there is 50,000. That's clearly the area where everybody is seeing some action at the moment. Okay, I think that's kind of my view at the moment. So if it is a break below 49,919, then short it is, and I wouldn't be too surprised to see this gap close. Okay, so whatever happened yesterday pretty much gets eroded completely, and that is, to me, is probably the most logical thing at the moment. Okay, so let's just get across to the ichimoku, and let's get rid of all the noise here. Okay, now I'm just going to start with a 12 minute here, because this is, on the ichimoku, is always a pretty interesting scenario here. So the 12 minutes, you can see how we break through the cloud here and then hover on the cloud. Yeah, so what I find is that the 12 minute is a very good indication of what's actually happening. So on Friday, you can see the rejection of the cloud here, and we're under the cloud, so the trend is down. And now we're sort of above the cloud, but we're under Kijinsen, so you'd expect some kind of a pullback before a buying opportunity. But anyway, something to bear in mind. Looking at the hour, you can see we're in the cloud, and it really looks like we're rejecting the cloud. So this diamond pattern, any move to the downside is going to be telling, and that is pretty much below this pin bar. Okay, some people would actually go as far as to say below that fractal there. But we do have some smaller fractals in there, and let's get the 12 minute one. Make sure I've got the right one. Yep, bang on. Okay, so just move it ever so slightly down. So what we're looking for is 49,915 at the break to the downside. That would validate this rejection off the cloud, but we do have a bullish crossover here, and trigger span is not through price but in price, and we've got a twist. So we've got three bullish signals, but I'd want to see a pullback before getting back in long. Okay, now this is where the story becomes very interesting, because there is zero attempt by Kijinsen to cross over. Trigger span is through price. I've had a twist. I've had a bearish crossover here. I'm sort of top of channel, could be a fake out of the channel. Oscillators in a buying area. From a 4 hour perspective, a break below 49,855 gives me a valid short with a stop above this bar. Okay, so the 4 hour is really indicating that we bounce off the bottom of the cloud. We're now hitting the top of the cloud, and now what we're expecting is another move down. Okay, so that's pretty much the picture that 4 hours is giving us. The fact that we're above Kijinsen is probably the only bullish signal that we have, but we need to see a crossover of these two. Daily is a different picture. So daily is a bullish cross, and we're back above the cloud. And we've been above the cloud for a couple of days now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 6th time we're back above the cloud. Trigger span is below price, which is still an issue, but the cloud is pretty strong here. So now the jury's out as to what exactly is going to happen, but this 50,000 is obviously an area that needs to be defended. So if we do get a daily close above it, and I think that's pretty much what we got today. Let's see if I can get a level here. No, we didn't. 49,949. So we're looking for a close above 50,000, and you can see we rejected it twice. Okay, so daily I'm in two minds. This could be a rejection, but then still we've got a bullish signal. 4 hour is indicating more downside. Okay, so I don't think this confusion is finished yet, and the potential here is that this is a fake out. Very, very possible. Okay, so anyway, my view at the moment is take the smaller time frames, take a 12 or 15 minute time frame, and trade the fractal break. Okay, so if you break below, we get a 12 minute close below 49,925, take that trade to the short side, and you can pretty much use this area here as your stop, 50,046. Personally, I would just move it up a little bit higher, 51,21. Okay, because this 50,000 is obviously a level that everybody's looking at, so there could be a lot of volatility around here. So that's kind of my view at the moment. If we do break above this fractal here, 50,077, and get a 12 minute close above that, you see we haven't had a 12 minute close above that, then I would be looking at longs. Okay, definitely also looking to buy lower down. Just don't want to buy up here, looking to buy lower down. Either at this gap close, it would be a good area, or alternatively, look what happens here. Okay, there's an inside bar here, there's 200 EMA and a retest of the alligator. So 49,763 would be another area that I'd buy. If we get through that, then we're definitely coming down towards the gap close. Okay, there's nothing really much after these two areas. So you can see there's an inside bar, there's an inside bar. Those are the two areas where we're finding support. Well, we found support there, but we didn't find support at this one. Okay, so anyway guys, that's my view at the moment. I'm actually looking for a bit of a short scalp down to a level. And this one here does make a lot of sense. It's 150 points. If we get through that, then we've got a 600 point trade on the cards. Okay, there we go. That's my view for today. I hope it helps, and I will catch you later. Cheers for now.